Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Season 3 of NNN News. As always, we're your source for truth, tenacity, and truth. And I'm joined by my friend and co-host, where's Nev? Eddie, do you know?
I think he's coming back.
I hope. Well, Nev isn't
Yeah,
here.
no, he's coming back. He's going to be here in just a bit.
I did get an email from Lindsay about some sort of a gaming coma. I don't know what that is. I hope he's going to be all right. So
Yeah.
everybody send your love, support, and prayers to Neva Croft for this. But instead of Nev, we got Lawyer Randy, which I think is a pretty close second, if I had to say.
Yeah, I've been following that. God, what's their names? I've been following the trial so closely. Johnny Hurt, Amber.
Johnny Heard.
Johnny
I think,
Depp and Amber Heard.
Depp.
Yeah, I've been following that thing so closely.
Wow.
And
Well, that's great.
so we're gonna. I think we're spending this episode kind of breaking down the trial.
I will say the majority
Yeah.
of this episode will be about the Amber Heard trial because I imagine a lot of you haven't heard about it. Well,
Yeah.
Andy, really great way to step on my first interview question, by the way. Anyway, let's get into the Andy interview here, if we may.
Let's do it.
Yeah, have you Amber heard about this whole Johnny Depp trial? I think I might know the answer here, Andy.
That's a yes and no in a way because
Wow.
I heard about it. I was asked by what's her name, Amber Heard herself.
Yeah, to be a
I was
representative?
asked. I was first in line and I couldn't make it. I was first in line to represent her court case. And as you know, like people on YouTube, if you read the YouTube comments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the jury how they feel, but people in the YouTube comments are
It
saying
looks like
Johnny
it's
Depp
going
is
her way.
innocent. Yeah, they're saying, well, it wouldn't be going that way if I were representing.
It would go
Amber
better, you're saying.
Heard.
Amber Heard? Yeah.
Really, last name is just really hard to deal with because like
Sure.
I heard about this, I heard about that.
Well, but we heard
And
about
then-
a lot of things about this
Yeah,
trial,
and
so
then
sure.
I guess she heard about a lot of stuff. So anyway, so I was
you
supposed
were-
to be the one representing her.
And so that's why things are going so poorly for her, you think? Because she doesn't have you on the pulpit there for her?
I think she's regretting her decision, and she can't
For
go
sure.
back on it. Once you pick out your defense attorney, that's it.
You can't change it?
You can't go back. No,
That's so
no.
weird. Anyway,
No,
I was wondering, is this going to be the first trial? Maybe we can use a YouTube jury on this one instead of like the courtroom jury, because I feel like YouTube is pretty well informed on this trial and all the details.
You wouldn't want the YouTube jury that's leaving all the comments. You wouldn't want anybody that leaves comments to be a member of the jury. You'd want someone selected, someone curated, and in an impartial manner, of course.
Yeah.
And there's ways you can do that, but yeah, generally you don't want that'd be a fixed
Not the jury off
You know,
YouTube.
from YouTube comments, you don't want that.
Got it. Now, I will say every other question here is written by Nev. So if every other question is bad, that's why. So I want to know, have you had to take it?
Nev, what do you think about answering these questions?
Nev? I got nothing. I don't know. I think he's still.
That's fine.
I think he's still under his coma or something. But I gotta ask you here: have you undertaken any interesting cases lately?
Yeah, you know, mostly traffic cases. Those are pretty interesting. Sometimes people like drive like 60 miles per hour in like a 35 mile per hour road, and that's kind of cool. You know, I mean, it's not cool that you're breaking the law, but
But it's cool that they could be that fast.
Yeah, they're driving fast, and so it's cool to see like those numbers, you know. But
Wow, what an interesting perspective on that.
yeah, I'm probably doing some of the most interesting lawyer. Like if that trial wasn't
Some
on
of the best
TV,
lawyering out there.
if that trial of the Amber Heard and the Johnny whatever trial was, if that wasn't on TV now, because that's the big trial right now,
Sure.
right? But if that trial didn't exist, it probably would have been like some of my traffic
Cases, sure. I mean, like that guy who ran that red light definitely could make the news.
Yep. I've had a couple of stop
Couple red
signs.
lights?
Couple
Oh my
stop
God.
sign. People driving
Those are
past
the
the
worst.
stop sign. And it's like, how do you miss that? It's a big red thing. How do you miss that? So
That's a good question, Andy. You know, I think you're right. These cases would definitely be in the news if it wasn't for the whole Amber Heard thing.
Oh yeah. There's a lot more drama to these things than you think too. Like once they get pulled over, they got these stories.
Sure.
Oh, I was late to work. I was late to
That's a good story.
family gathering. You
People
know,
can
all
relate
these
to
like
that.
crazy stories. Yeah, and so it's
Wow. That must be very exciting. It sounds exciting.
it eats up a lot of my day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Now to get back to the Amber Heard trial, because I'm sure that's what everybody wants to hear about. You know,
Yeah,
'cause they
it's
haven't heard
probably
enough.
second best trial going on right now. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up there with the stop sign running.
Yep.
I want to know: is this just another case of IBS insensitivity? You know, with the whole she pooped the bed. So what? It happens to all of us. Okay. I did it last night.
Yes. Hey, that bed over there is no stranger to that sort of thing. So I
It
think people
happens.
are just overreacting. A lot of it's projection, stuff that they do at home, and they're seeing they're finally getting exposure, or the things that they do is finally getting exposure through Amber Heard, which she's innocent,
Wow.
by the way. And so they're freaking out, so that way they can pat each other on the back and say like,
That makes
"Oh,
sense.
I would never do these weird things."
Yeah,
Okay,
they're like,
well,
I don't poop in the bed. Yeah, sure you
Yeah,
don't, buddy.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Come on. I think every person poops in the bed once in a while. I want to know another great question from Nev. Which TV shows would you recommend watching? Because you review a
Wow.
lot of TV shows as a lawyer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a big I'm not a big Judge Judy fan, surprisingly.
Wow.
So she's just kind of the wrong type of, because she says that she's like a feminist sort of, but she's
Yeah.
kind of the wrong type of feminist. I wouldn't want to talk with her about women's struggles or anything
Yeah.
like that. She doesn't really know what any of that's
I
like.
agree with you. I mean, she's been a judge for too long. At this point, I don't know how she
She's
can be
kind of
trusted.
old and played out, and
Now,
she
I
kind of
gotta ask
approaches
you.
every trial in the same way. Oh yeah,
gotta-
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
got to ask you here. So you don't like Judge Judy? How do you feel about Judge Harvey, Steve Harvey, former host of
he's
Family
pretty-
Feud, now a judge, and
He's
making
pretty
big
good.
settlements?
He's pretty good. Now,
Yeah. I think he brings the urban flavor to the courtroom, which we've really been
yeah, he
lacking
brings a
over
lot
the
of like
years.
humor to it, which is funny. Like sometimes I'm pretty sure he adjusts some of his
Some of his rulings.
some of his
Yeah.
rulings, for more comedic effects. I think that's a really good thing to do for TV.
Sure.
Some of my favorite shows, because I'm a huge techie. Some of my favorite shows to watch are the like CSI, Crime,
Crime Stop. That's a
Crime
great show.
Stop,
Crime Watch.
NCIS, Criminal Minds. Those shows. I
Sure.
love the scenes where they go on the computer and they do like enhance,
Expand.
or they do
Yeah.
zoom in and like
Sure.
enhance, zoomify, and you can see.
The
Oh,
tech-
it's cool to see programs like that running in real time. Because
Wow.
we don't get to use those programs at home. Those are meant for like federal
Those are only
agents
for, like,
and,
experts.
like yeah, exactly. So it's cool to see those on TV. Zoomify, enhance. Like what does this reflection say?
Sure.
All that really cool technology. It's really surprising they got it on air. But
That's great. I mean, it
Yeah.
must have been thousands of dollars to build that tech for the shows, I imagine.
oh, for sure. And those actors, they have to do like so much studying in order to like actually learn.
All
what
the
these proper
terms.
terms
I mean,
are.
the terminology.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard it's very serious.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this, and I'm sure you've heard about the whole Elon Musk thing.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do to stop Elon from turning Twitter into Trump land?
Well, Twitter has a weird policy where if you are running for office or running for like as a political candidate, then you're automatically allowed to be on Twitter even if you've been banned before.
What?
Yep.
Are you telling me Donald Bump could get back on Twitter?
Yeah. Now, I
That's
don't
scary.
see that as a problem with Twitter. I see that as a problem with Trump, and we need to make sure that he shouldn't be running anyway, but we need to put as many laws in place to prevent him from being able to run.
I will say I'm pretty sure he cannot run already. From what I've seen, he's pretty fat.
I don't think so. I don't think he's running, and he doesn't have the energy for it. That guy's just too old.
Guy couldn't
and he
even do a
doesn't-
10-meter
he's
dash.
He's stumbling over his words. Have you heard his last speech?
No, but maybe.
Stammering, stumbling over his words.
Wow.
Can't think of numbers the correct way.
What
He's just too
what
old for
adults?
the job.
I mean, yeah. Unlike our Commander-in-Chief Biden, who is strong and agile.
That guy's doing great. I wish everything in the world wasn't like against him,
Wow.
because it's so easy to just kind of blame all of your problems on the president.
It's so easy to be a player hater, but
That guy's having
sometimes-
that guy's having a rough time with how people perceive him, and it's just sickening how.
I'll put it to you this way.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way. You can't hate the player. You got to hate the game. That's what's up with Biden.
Hate the
All
game.
right?
Yeah.
Hate the game. I got to ask you this because Nev wrote it down, even though I think
Okay.
I know the answer to this because you don't look like you're in a truck. Are you still in the trucking business, Andy?
Yeah, I have a pickup truck, and so I do I like if someone needs me to move something, from one house to another, so I'll yeah, I'm still trucking, still in the trucking
You'll
business
truck
in a
it.
way. Oh
That makes
yeah,
sense.
oh yeah, we
Wow.
still truck it. I think I went to a few trucker union meetings, and seeing all those rednecks chewing their tobacco and spitting it out with their southern drawls. I didn't really fit in, so I didn't
Sure.
really.
I mean,
I just
like
didn't feel like the job for me.
that makes sense. I think lawyering definitely seems like your strong suit here.
Yeah, I know way more about laws than I do
Yeah.
about
You
the
you know
truck. I
I mean
mean,
you know so
self-admitted,
much about
you know.
laws.
Yeah.
You know so much about laws. I want to know what are some of the laws that you think we should just stop following. There's no reason though.
Well, like I said with like how I've been working on those like stop sign cases, those red light cases, speeding. Um, some of those infraction cases, which I just found out they're infractions, by the way. They're not like a misdemeanor or a
Yeah.
felony. They're just infractions. But some of those things are so pointless to charge.
Might
It's
as
a
well
waste
not.
of time to give someone a ticket for a stop sign, blowing past one of those things. It's hard. They're hard to see. They're like,
You know, can I ask this, Andy? And you would know
yeah, yeah.
because you've had a lot of traffic cases. Why do we even have stop signs? Why can't we just get rid of the things? Because I mean, you're always running past
Um,
them.
That's a really good
I don't
question.
know.
I would probably forward that to a traffic professional.
Okay.
I don't think I have
I'll
the
contact my local traffic professional about this. I think
I don't think I'm qualified to answer that
Mm-hmm.
sort of question.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good question though. You can extend it to like traffic signals and the lane. I always thought the whole lane thing was kind of stupid.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, why do we need lanes? I think it could all just be one big lane. But that's
Some
just
of them
what I
are
think.
lines.
Yeah.
Some of them are straight lines, which that itself I don't
It's
like.
a
This
little
change shape.
homophobic.
But some of them, yeah, some of them have like spaces in between them.
Yeah, and what is
Yeah,
that even
I would
supposed to mean?
ask a traffic professional about those, about that.
What that great answer, Andy. Great answer.
Yeah.
Now this next question is from Nev. So Nev apparently got punched by Amelia. I don't know if that's why Nev isn't here right now.
Oh,
But anyway, Z is asking if Zer should sue.
well, the context is always important, and
Sure.
depending on what the ruling you want to be, you can sue. And if you think if you think she did something illegal to you, then go ahead and start pressing charges and hold her accountable.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can answer that sort of question.
Interesting.
I try to not
got a
answer
question.
questions.
Lawyers are always talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
pressing charges. I mean, where are we supposed to, like, what button do we press? What do we press?
Well, we're pressing. So the charge is like the crime. Like, hey, you did this crime. I'm gonna press. So you're pressing the person. You're pressing the defendant.
Yeah.
Or
Interesting.
I'm gonna press this against you. You caused this problem. I want repercussions for it, whether
Wow.
it be money or you doing time in prison or something.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That Eddie, you're so smart. I'm glad we brought you in here. And
Yeah,
this-
I try to. I only answer the questions that I don't know the answer to. So as soon as you start asking me about like stop signs, that's the most like respectful and
Sure.
mature thing to do
That's-
is just to say, hey,
hey, it's out of my wheelhouse.
contact
Yeah.
a traffic consultant.
That makes sense.
So.
I think very reasonable. And now, our last
Yeah.
question here, and this comes from all of the the ladies and the non-binaries in the audience.
Oh, okay.
They want to know: are you still offering the mail order Andy service? Where
Yes,
you go on a date.
yes,
or-
I am. And as long
Great.
as I if this weren't a YouTube stream, I'd probably be doing like a little striptease thing just to kind of advertise.
But we are on YouTube, so
Yeah, we're on YouTube. I don't want to get demonetized, or you don't want to get demonetized. I know you don't.
Yeah.
And so, because this is kind of the way you make money. I think did you make like 10,000 per interview or something?
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot.
like
I mean, we
I don't
even
want to.
talk
I don't want
about
to
the
show off
fees,
or
but-
anything, but like you make quite a like. This is, like,
I
quite
mean,
a
you
good
did have to
gig
pay
that
to
you
be
got.
on this show quite a bit, so yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to break any of that. I want you to get paid. So I won't do any strip dancing right now. But yes, my services are absolutely still offered right now. You can go ahead, find me on. Well, actually, I'm not
Online.
on OnlyFans yet. I should be on OnlyFans.
For
shouldn't
sure.
I?
I mean, we just had Quinn on, and she started an OnlyFans. That was one of our most popular episodes. So I
Oh,
think
wow.
OnlyFans does well, apparently.
It was probably one of the most popular. Yeah, because I saw the views. It's probably one of the most popular because it promoted sort of women's independent business
I think you're right.
ventures, I guess.
I
And so a lot of women,
Any way to support small businesses, I think.
right, small or large businesses.
Sure.
So,
I mean, we aren't going to size shame if they're large.
women of all sizes. Well,
Sure.
women's businesses of all sizes.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I'm really happy for her, and I'll probably follow suit.
Sure.
Suit as in not like a suit like a lawsuit, but suit as in following in her
So-
footsteps or whatever. So anyway, yeah. So,
Are you going to do feet videos? Is that what we're hearing? You said follow in the footsteps?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess that should be on the table.
Hey.
We do table videos too.
You
or-
guys heard it. We got table videos and feet videos. I think that's everything they've been
Yeah,
asking
we'll do a little something for everybody. Supply and demand. So if there's demand for it, then there's a supply for it. I don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like economically so minded. It's fantastic. Anyway, we've done
Yeah,
the
it's good.
interview.
It's good to have
I
that
think
mind to keep. Yeah.
I think you did great. I think we got to get into the recent news. Are you ready for this? Because we're going to talk about
I'm
some
ready. Yeah,
really
let's see
groundbreaking
it.
stuff here to start off. Our first story, the uncomfortable reason you can escape the Depp Heard trial on TikTok. Now, have you heard about this? Apparently on TikTok, I mean, they're showing so many videos about this that people are thinking Amber Heard did something wrong. I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. It's like I was saying with the YouTube comments. It's a
Mm-hmm.
way to sway the public opinion, and I think what she should do in order to get people to like her more is maybe
Yeah.
do like. I mean, it's on TikTok, right?
Sure.
TikTok
Maybe
is
she'll
home
do
to
a
all
dance.
those, do a dance. Why doesn't she just do a dance? Mm-hmm. That's a brilliant idea. I don't know why she doesn't do like some sort of courtroom dance because they're always recording, like
Yeah,
almost like a
totally.
top-down view.
Okay, tell
You
me
can
this.
just,
Tell
like,
me this.
you can-
If Amber Heard dabbed at the end of her testimony, the crowd would go wild.
They would go wild. People on the YouTube comments would go
They would support her.
berserk. Yeah,
I think.
I don't see why she doesn't do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about this trial.
Like I told you, I
doing it
should have been
weeks
her
later.
defense attorney.
For
I
sure.
would have told her all this stuff. She probably would have won.
I think you're for sure right about that. Now, I want to know. I mean, is this real? This is real trauma though for these TikTok users who are seeing these videos. I mean, do they have a class action lawsuit
Probably if they keep on
for
seeing
the
all this
emotional damages
stupid-
of seeing this?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of damages that can be
Mm-hmm.
had with watching Johnny Depp extensively. I know
Sure.
those last couple Pirates of the Caribbean movies were kind of
Ooh, not
bad.
good.
So I mean, there's definitely a class action lawsuit to be had there alone, where
Mm-hmm.
just hey, give me back my money I spent for the movie theater.
Wow, I didn't even think about it. That's great. I mean, we could.
Yeah,
how
so
for every
I
Johnny
would-
Depp movie you've seen, that's $10, right?
I would actually that
Mm-hmm.
that's actually a good lawsuit. That might be my next one that I do. So
A good class
That's it.
action, I think. Yeah, you get a lot of people behind you on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Our next article here is a plea, I would say, from the Spanish community. They say, please don't wear sombreros. What
We
Cinco
need
de
to take
Mayo
the-
really means. And when
Oh,
was
yeah.
Cinco de Mayo? Wasn't that like May 4th? So like about like 20 days ago?
Yeah. It
Is
was,
Sonic still relevant?
I don't really care when Cinco de Mayo is. It's in.
Or is it
was
Cinco de
May-
Mayo?
Mayo. They really call it Mayo.
Well,
Is that May?
well, we need to talk about the Mayo in Cinco de Mayo, the white people.
Uh-huh.
Like, isn't that what they call white people? Mayo people?
Yeah, Mayo's. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck? Why are they celebrating a holiday for?
For Spanish people.
I don't
That
mean
makes
this in a
sense.
demeaning way, but
No.
really white. You're celebrating white people.
Weird. Very weird. Evan Williams says,
that is weird.
Evan Williams made a comment about this article when they sent it to me on May the 4th. They said white people shouldn't even think about Cinco de Mayo. And I think that's true. I mean, I think that could count as a
Yeah.
thought crime, in my opinion. My not very humble
You know,
opinion.
I've been going through this article. Not one comment about Star Wars or like
Good
the
point.
best. Because May the 4th is supposed to be Star Wars Day. It's not supposed to be freaking Cinco de Mayo. De Mayo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about
And
that.
we
Maybe-
just had the
How about
best
this? How about
sort
this?
of.
Maybe the
Yeah.
white people can celebrate Star Wars Day, and all the POCs can celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that works. I think
Sure.
everyone should celebrate. I think everyone should celebrate the latest trilogy.
Yeah, I mean it was a big deal.
Especially Episode 8.
And
But-
all of those TV shows they're coming out with, great. I love Baby Yoda. Big fan.
Yeah, that guy's funny. He's
Yeah.
just rolling around in his little ball thing. I guess I don't really know what he does. I've never watched that show. But
Anyway, to get into a little more of a serious topic here, Biden's
Uh-oh.
health official warns of substantial increase in virus cases. Now, I guess we're past the coronavirus at this point, just to like a general virus. I'm not quite sure about
how
that.
come they didn't specify what virus it was that they were?
I guess it's the virus. I mean, anyway, I would be worried about this. I think it's time to get at least 2 or 3 more masks on. To be honest,
I just
with
don't
you.
know what to be worried about. But yeah, they're
Well, I think
this seems like it's what
virus.
What website did this come from? They might
This
be
is from
misquoting.
New York Times. It does say coronavirus in the article, I think.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm scared, to be honest with you. What should we do? I think more masks. It definitely seems like a solution.
Yeah. Well, the more scared you are, the better.
Okay.
So that's how you
Got
start
it.
approaching these things.
So start off, get scared. That's the first step.
Yes. Yeah. Get
Second
scared.
step, get your mask on. You're all set.
I would be very careful with that language, and I would say get 2 or 3 masks on.
Good point. We
We
don't
don't
want
want to say get your or get a mask on.
because that implies
It's-
just one, which
that's
is
just
not
one.
enough at this point.
No,
We're past the one mask
CDC
phase of this
has
virus.
said they have indistinguishably said
Mm-hmm.
2 or more masks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
N95.
if that's what the
Also,
CDC
N95
says,
provides.
I
They
love
just
Fauci.
confirmed. Yeah, we do, and they just confirmed like almost the other day, maybe a month ago. They just
Mm-hmm.
confirmed that N95s are the best masks that you can wear. Now we didn't know that.
Wow,
We didn't have the science behind that, but we're finally seeing ads that
that's
say
fantastic.
N95 is the best thing you can wear, and so
Wow, I'm glad that we can get that on
make
the
sure you
advertisement.
upgrade. Make sure you upgrade to an N95.
Yeah,
because
people are saying-
we finally know
Yeah,
Yeah, those-
it's time to upgrade, guys, for sure.
it's time to upgrade, and you should probably wear 2 of those things. Either
Yeah.
2 N95s or an N95 and 2 of the regular masks.
Okay, that equals to each other. I think we need to
Yeah,
get, like,
so
a-
2
a
regular
math chart
masks
up
equals
here.
1 N95, basically. That's
Okay.
the equation. So
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, this next article, very important, I would say. A former Trump advisor on Russia recalled that Putin smelled odd and neither ate nor drank at this most recent dinner. I mean, this is scary. Somebody needs to get Putin some deodorant.
why is he? I mean, do you think he's falling ill?
I don't know what this could be. I mean, this could be a sign that he's some sort of a revenant or an undead lich. I mean, just to come at this from a witch perspective.
Yeah, he's that's really scary.
I'm just saying, next time we see him, we got to like pour some trans holy water on him or something. I mean, just to be sure. Because he really
Yeah,
could be-
he needs he could probably use like a coffee cleanse or something.
yeah, an enema
And-
of some kind.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
he-
Get all that stuff out of his system. Like
Yeah.
there might be a bunch of gunk in there.
A nice
Wait,
flush-
why are we trying to help Putin now though?
Oh, good point. In fact, Putin, don't take this advice.
No. I would rewind this, cut this part out, get this part out of the.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'll remember to cut this part out.
Nev. Okay,
Okay,
well, who edits
cut.
this?
I
who
just
edits
made.
this?
I just said to do a cut, so I'm going to do a cut here. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, whoever this is,
Cut.
edit this out. So this part and a couple minutes. Behind,
Okay,
so do that.
this part should be. Let's just get to the next article so that
can
you
you-
know
no, well,
we can do
well,
a
can you-
smooth
can you-
transition.
Can you start us? Can you do the countdown and?
Okay,
you know-
okay. 3, 2, 1. You ready? Whoopi
Yeah.
Goldberg. Gas prices aren't bad because of anything Biden did. Baby formula shortage not on him. Great points, Whoopi. Honestly, I think this makes up for the whole anti-Semitism stuff.
Yeah, she's probably one of the best people to listen to when it comes to show business, political advice.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a problem with Whoopi Goldberg. She's. Have you ever seen her in Sister? What's it called, Sister Act?
I saw Sister, the show
Sister
with the
Si-
twin sisters. I don't think she was in that.
So Sister Act, yeah, I
Are
don't
you
know if
thinking of
she's in
Sister Wives? The one where they're
No,
polygamous Mormons?
She's in one of those.
I
She's a
think
really
is she
good
in
actress.
Sister Wives? I haven't seen her in that show.
I mean, I'm just telling you, she's a great actor. So that'd be an
Mm-hmm.
indication of how great her skills are as an actor. You wouldn't even be able to tell it was Whoopi.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
She could have been in that one.
She could have been. She could be in
I don't
any show.
remember.
We wouldn't even know. I mean, that's how good of an actress she is, I think.
I just remember seeing her on TV playing as a nun. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you.
Are you thinking about when she, in Star Trek, when she had the dumb headdress, like she looked like a nun, or do you mean when she actually played
Did you
a
say
nun?
dumb headdress?
Sorry, I mean multicultural headdress.
Yes. She might have been in there. I again, just
Well, she-
as a
she was
testimony to how
definitely-
good of an actor she is,
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't know if that was her or not.
That's a great point.
So just Whoopi
I think she
Goldberg
was a
is
gynecologist or something. I don't remember. I think she was a doctor.
she's a guy. Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking to get into that field also. So
Oh wow.
that's helping women out.
You know, we love to see that. You know who isn't helping women out?
Yeah. Who?
Elon
What?
Musk.
Oh no, get that guy out of here.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, Twitter is turning the tables on Musk, and they're going to enforce a merger, which I think that's good. I mean, I'm not quite sure what a merger is, to be honest with you. I mean, that's why I brought you on the show.
I think that's
Is that when they
one
go
company. That's when one company moves in, like you know how there's like a bunch of big buildings in Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so that's when one company moves in with another company. It's like when you're like moving in with your significant, your partner or something.
Yeah,
so.
your partner with indiscriminate gender.
Yeah. So it's like when that happens. So there's like a
Wow.
merger going on. So it's
So you're telling
is there
me
any,
that
like
I feel like Twitter is going to see a lot of red flags now with Elon if they're getting married or merger or whatever. Like at this point,
yeah.
can we sue
Let's
Elon?
see. Yeah, if we can prove that he did something to us, which I mean, Elon has done so many horrible things to our lives. So
Yeah,
we could probably pretty much do it.
I think I might have an article about that. Oh my God,
Oh,
I do. Our next article: Flight attendant union president slams Musk over sexual misconduct allegations. I mean, this could be a flight attendant class action lawsuit. I mean, we're asking what can we do to get rid of him. This might be it.
You know, like I always say with these stupid, I don't even know what you politically align this guy as, but like
People.
it's only a matter of time when it comes.
Yeah.
You know, these things.
He makes some great points. He makes some great. I mean, it's one of those things he gets on an airplane. I mean, there's a 50-50 chance if the stewardess is a female, he's going to, who knows? So, I mean, this is scary. This is really scary.
We've
to
seen
think that
time
this
and
guy's
time and
running
again,
Twitter.
this guy he can't control himself.
I mean, did you see him break that window during the Tesla demonstration? That was pure masculine rage, okay?
I don't know what he was thinking with that
don't know.
presentation. Nothing good came out of that for him.
I think it was just a chauvinist show-off, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To show I can break a window that's supposed to be unbreakable, you know?
This guy he just doesn't think his own actions through.
Too true.
And
Too true.
you got to face the repercussions if you're going to be like that. Someone's got to keep this guy in check.
Yeah.
It's a
So-
sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Our next article is fantastic from the Huffington Post. They
Okay.
say, watch Joe Rogan realize in real time the story he's ranting about is actually fake. And then when you go down to watch video here, there's just nothing. I think that's a great article.
Watch Joe Real. So there's no video here. So what are they?
Well, am I supposed to click on this? It's a tweet. No, it's just a tweet about like.
I'm seeing a video about like Spotify. He's
Yeah.
ranting about. Watch Joe Rogan realize in real time the story he's ranting about is actually fake news. Well, I mean, good for him to catch it, I guess. You know,
Yeah,
broken clock.
I'm surprised that
broken
Joe even
freaking-
can detect fake news. You know,
A broken clock
is
like
right.
him is wrong, or is wrong like most of the time, but it could be right once every couple of years. or
Every now and then.
something,
Yeah.
so. Every now and then, yeah.
That's what I've heard. I definitely think only dummies realize when they're wrong, though. I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like a smart person would never be wrong, like us.
Right.
So,
I don't know. I mean, in his case, I don't know why he like started correcting himself.
Sure, seems kind of odd.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess you just lose
Sort
some
of a
credibility
fail.
there.
Yeah, hashtag
Yeah.
fail. Joe Rogan. Anyway, our next story is she wrote "How to Murder Your Husband." Did she do it? I mean, I had to do this story because we had a resident lawyer on today, and I figured you could maybe break this down for us. But I mean, she did write the book on it. Is that not evidence?
How to murder your husband? Hold on a second. Let me see this.
Yeah, apparently I think it's a step-by-step guide sort of thing.
Yeah. Where's my link that I use? Okay. Okay. Whatever. I'm trying to open up the. You can barely see that picture.
Yeah, the audio story. We got.
Whoever the editor is, make sure you cut this part out too.
Okay, we'll
'cause this
definitely
is-
cut this part out.
But I can hold on. I'm gonna just give me like 30 seconds here.
Okay. I mean,
We're gonna do what's called what us lawyers do. we're gonna break down the psychology
Okay.
of this person by looking at them.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to
so-
cut this part out, but get their picture on there so we can.
I already had the picture up on screen, Andy.
Oh, okay. So do you see that old lady there that's just
Yeah.
like staring?
The one that was on screen for about 20
Okay.
seconds ago. Yeah, I see.
Let me
her.
just like stare at her eyes for a second.
Yeah,
I'm looking for
she's wearing a blue
crazy
outfit. I mean, she's
guys.
covering her mouth. What does that mean? Yeah, do your body language
I'm
thing, Andy.
concentrating.
Yeah, concentrate a little bit. What are you seeing, Andy? Andy, do you see anything?
Okay. I think she's innocent. I think
Okay.
she just I don't want to be mean about it, but I think she looks like she's one of those people that looks like she's guilty, but I think she's innocent.
Wow.
Probably can't help it.
Well, you heard it
And-
here first.
What did the husband die of? Does it say?
I think
How to
it
murder
was
your
a
husband?
stabbing or something. But that could be natural.
That could have been like a falling on your own knife type of thing.
Sure.
She looks like I try to look beyond the eyes and the face and
Mm-hmm.
like kind of look at the heart.
You gotta look
you
through
know?
them.
Yeah, you have to look through the
Mm-hmm.
superficialness.
Yeah.
And no, that's an innocent woman.
Wow.
You can tell. You can just tell. So.
Well, you guys heard it. Innocent until
Innocent,
Andy
yep.
says, I guess.
Well,
what-
innocent until proven guilty is. If the trial's still going on, then she's innocent, right?
That's true.
So even if that first assessment is wrong, the second one has to be. So she's
Well,
innocent
she still has to be
in some
innocent. You're
regard.
right. Wow, you're a
Yeah.
very smart lawyer, Andy. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, I try not to like pat myself on the back too much. Mm-hmm. It's just
Well,
what I do as a lawyer.
Yeah, it's a kind of a big deal. Next story, Biden's North Korean strategy is a long way from Trump's showy diplomacy. I'm not quite sure what they mean with this headline. Is that supposed to be like, is this better or worse? I'm kind of confused. I mean, what's your interpretation of this, Andy?
Well, everything Biden's done so far has been his
Been
approaches
great.
have been a lot more involved and
Yeah, well, obviously
organized than Trump's.
Trump and Kim were in a gay relationship, from what we can understand. So,
Oh,
I mean,
was that a rumor, or was that do you actually have pictures of that? I didn't know that.
here at NNN News, we've confirmed that with some on the site North Korean sources.
Okay, well, that's bumping Trump up in how I regard him. I didn't know he was like a secret closeted
Sure.
LGBT
It's,
candidate.
a lot of people don't know that about Trump, but I think Biden's trying to fill that role now, because I think Trump and Kim had a breakup because Trump started dating Putin. I don't know if you heard about this, but anyway, we've covered it all.
Yeah,
on
they
NNN News.
kind of have the hots for each other. You can tell when they like look at each
I mean,
other.
yeah, exactly where they look at each other. So I wonder if this is CNN's way of saying that Biden prefers long walks on the beach with our powerful leaders, and instead of what I imagine was a very rough and fast thing with Trump. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, how do you
It's
think
really
Biden
hard to
differs in
break
the bedroom?
articles like this down when everything's so indirect.
Because of course they can't talk about the gay relationship. It's not
Yeah.
public knowledge. I mean, of course we're talking about NN News because we're breaking news. But still,
Yeah, this is definitely more of like a TMZ type article. I'm surprised CNN Politics is uploading this. But
yeah. I mean, so how do you think they differ in the bedroom? Trump and Biden.
I think if you were to break down their personality, Trump is a lot more. What would you
Big.
call it?
Large.
Yeah, he's a lot. He's a lot bigger. He's a lot larger. Mm-hmm. Biden's kind of a lot more passive,
Sure.
and I think yeah.
Are you saying Biden's a bottom? Is that what you're
all
trying
of
to
those
say?
personality traits translate into the bedroom. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not in the bedroom with him.
I don't know. And of course, Biden would never Kim and tell. So I think we don't have to.
I guess I'll
we'll
tell you
never
if I
really
ever
know.
get my chance. But yeah,
If you
I
get your
guess I'll
chance
tell
with
you.
Biden, you have to tell us. But
Yeah.
now our next story is from
Or
everybody's.
Trump. Just real quick. Or Trump. People
Sure.
are always talking about fuck Trump.
Might as
Am I
well
gonna
try it.
Are we getting demonetized for that?
I think you're allowed one to say the F word
One.
once. during
Okay,
the
so
entire
that
show.
was the one.
That was the
one. Okay.
That was the one F word, guys. Sorry, we used it.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well,
I
interesting.
don't know until I try it. Let's
Yeah,
say
our
that.
next story is from our favorite person in politics. I definitely
Yeah,
in the
she's
House.
terrific. Yep.
Nancy Pelosi was apparently when San Francisco Archbishop bars Nancy Pelosi from communion over abortion stance, which is that's sad. I mean, where else is Pelosi supposed to get the blood and body of Christ?
Yeah, it's really concerning. Everybody, including Nancy, needs they deserve the right to have an abortion, and it's really concerning when, yeah,
When churches are doing this stuff. Yeah,
right. Anything
Yeah.
that's blocking Nancy Pelosi from getting an abortion is really, really sad news to
Yeah.
me.
I mean, because obviously she's very sexually active, so you never know what can happen. Do we need to start a new church again?
Actually, I'll
Is
save
it
it to
the
the end,
point
but
at
I'm
this point?
I'm looking into filing my own organization. I'm looking into getting it tax exempt, and I'll tell you
Wow.
what it is at the end. So yeah, we
That's
do need to
great.
start a new. It's not really a church, but I'll tell you what it is.
Well, everybody hold your bated breaths until then.
Yeah.
Our last story in the recent news segment,
Okay.
Uber got nice and cut out of frame on the thing. Uber
Yeah.
driver charges a newly freed Martin Shkreli $300 times his normal rate. I mean, this seems fair. I mean, this is
Uber-
like a capitalism win moment for once.
Yeah. It makes sense that we're charging people that are in the upper echelons.
Yeah.
Epsilon.
think
It makes more
epsilon's
sense that
a
we're
good
charging
word.
those people. Yeah, I know. It's
Something
Greek
else.
letters and yeah. The epsilons of society. It's just nice that we're charging these people a little bit more because we need to give
Sure.
back
Make it
to
fair.
So Uber it's going so his money is going to Uber?
To Uber, yeah, and then the driver gets like 10%, I think. So they're charging him three times.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the driver's cleaning up.
Yeah.
Nothing
I mean,
wrong with that. What's Uber doing with all that money though?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think they're supporting black businesses last time I checked. I did see they had like an option on there to like tick on, spend your Uber points on black businesses. So I think they're good.
Did he do it?
Did Shkreli spend his points on black
Yeah,
businesses?
yeah.
That's
Did he tick that
that's a good
box
question.
when he
I think we got to ask Shkreli that if we ever get a chance to interview him.
Or we could ask the driver if we ever get
Sure.
that guy on it.
That's
Or
I mean,
girl. I don't want to.
no, we don't want to assume for sure.
No. Or they. It's
They them.
right.
Perhaps. Now, we are entering into the last segment of the news known as the Trump Watch. And I know this is the part
This is the
everybody's
Trump watch.
scared about because it gets very
What did this
serious in
idiot
the
do
Trump
this
Watch.
time?
Well-
What did he do this time?
Let's get into it. Trump promises to depress readers with a big lie book. And he says, I don't think you'll enjoy it. Now, is this some sort of reverse psychology or something? I mean, what is this? We were talking about psychology earlier, so you'd be able to tell.
Yeah, so I love to delve into this sort of subject.
Yeah.
Now, depress, that means sad.
Yes. Wow.
They're
Yeah,
going to
you
make
really
the
are a
reader
psychologist.
sad. Yeah.
Let's break down this whole headline, if you could, from a psychologist perspective.
Readers, so that's the people reading the books,
Okay.
and a big lie book. So I don't know. This is where I'm getting tripped up.
I
This is
think
why
big
I can't figure
lie
out what's
book
going
is
on with
like
the story.
something that the Guardian created as like a phrase to describe his book.
Is it his lies? Is it the lies that Trump is saying?
Yeah,
This person
are the
lied. I'm going
lies
to put this in a
big?
book.
Is it that the lies are big or that the book is
How many
big
lies
and
are
it's
in the
filled
book?
with a lot of lies?
How many lies are in this book too?
That's a good question. I mean, I would hate to read it, but I imagine it's probably in
We
the
have to
millions.
ask the publisher for a professional opinion on something
Yeah.
like that.
Wow.
So it's going to be 74.9. Oh, 74.99.
Oh, good. We're getting into the
Unsigned.
finer details here. Yeah, I mean,
And
$74.99, and apparently almost for a side copy, almost $300. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I mean, would you pay
I don't
for
know
that,
who-
a signed copy from Donald
needs
Blum?
Yeah, I wouldn't pay for that one. Sorry.
I guess he really needs to fund the next campaign.
Yeah. What? I'm just trying to find out what's in these stupid books.
Lies, apparently. Big lies. Big book of lies.
It just seems like Trump's whole presidency was all about like getting book deals. It's one book
Mm-hmm.
after the other. I guess it's a common theme with politicians, but just with Trump, man,
With
he's
Trump,
got.
yeah, so much.
How many
I mean,
books does
I've
he
not-
have? Like 20?
Yeah, well, at least one or two. So It's crazy. Definitely crazy. Very crazy.
This
Next,
is how he makes
Trump.
all his money.
It must be. Next, Trump, because it definitely can't be from the Stakes or Mar-a-Lago. Anyway, our next
No.
article about Trump, there was an amazing new rap sheet on Trump. And I don't think Trump can rap, so I don't think that his rap sheet can be
Is
that
that
amazing.
is that someone's writing a diss track or something?
I don't know if it's a diss track about Trump. I'm kind of in for it. I'm not quite sure what a rap sheet is. I'm not hip with the hip hop.
Now I'm okay. Am I supposed to know what a rap sheet is? Is that a
It might be a lawyer term. Yeah, Google and
is
see
it
if it's a lawyer
actually?
term.
Yeah, a
thought
law
it had to do with
enforcement
rickety
record
rap.
showing a person's history of criminal arrest.
Huh.
How have I never heard this term before?
I don't know. I thought it had to do with rap.
Yeah, I thought it was like a diss track, sort of.
So it's what he's done
Like these-
wrong.
So rap sheet is a printed record of an individual's records of citations, arrests, convictions, and
Okay.
incarcerations. I don't even know what the.
I'm sure he's had a lot.
Edit that out. I said the F word. Edit that out.
Okay,
I don't know
okay,
what
we'll
an
edit this part
incarceration is either. Hold on a second.
Yeah, definitely good to check that out. I want to know
Yeah.
what do you think what do you think he's been arrested for? Probably being orange or something. That was a good joke.
If any, yeah, that was a real funny one. I don't think you can get arrested for that, but
You can't
know,
arrest
just-
him for being orange.
Unfortunately, not. But
That's sad.
just being a public nuisance,
Mm-hmm.
you know, invading the public space, just disturbing everyone, public disturbance.
Yep, disturbance of the peace. Totally. I think every one of his rallies should count as one of those. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
so that's
definitely.
like at least 100,000 counts. I don't know how many rallies
Yep.
he threw, but probably a lot. Definitely
Yeah.
up there. Now, next Trump story. I'm sort of trying to get through the Trump watch quickly because I hate this part. This is the part of the show that scares me. I feel emotionally damaged every time. I'm surprised I can get through it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Trump says Musk won't buy Twitter. No way, he posts to rival social media platform. And I think this is Truth Social, if I'm correct. This is a rival
Yep.
social media platform. I mean, I can't say I'm agreeing with this, but I think I might agree with Trump. I mean, I think I might need a doctor, to be honest with you. I'm very scared.
Oh, like I said, a broken clock is right once in a millennium.
A broken...
And
yeah, exactly.
Trump being right about that would actually be one good thing. Mm-hmm. Isn't that weird to say? It almost leaves a gross, bitter taste in my mouth.
I know. I guess it's just like monkeys with a typewriter kind of thing. Eventually he's going to get to something.
Yeah, I would check what he said. I have a real hard time believing he said something like that.
I think he said no way, according to this headline. So that's pretty definitive. No way. I mean, what else is
no
no way
way.
supposed to mean?
I don't know if the reporter heard wrong or something. That's
Okay.
weird.
That's very possible. I mean,
I don't really think this might be
Well-
fake news.
I will say our final Trump story is a negative one, luckily. So
Thank God.
we don't need to riot here. Trump's media adds former Devin Nunes, or I think it's Newsis, aide, Donald Jr., and apprentice contestant as officers. I mean, so what is it? I mean, is this what they were apprenticing for all that time? I never watched the show.
Yeah, I think so.
Got it.
Yeah, it's. I believe that's what they were.
But that's what they were practicing for.
Because he's trying to like. Well, they're the party of division. They're trying to divide the. You know, some right wingers over there, some right wingers over here.
Multiplication, right? So we try to.
Yeah, we try to
multiply
include
good
as many
things.
people as we can.
Exactly. Wow. Andy.
Yeah.
I can't believe this, but we made it to the end of the show. We did all the articles. I got to thank you for coming. I mean, I can't believe Nev has been sleeping this whole time.
Yeah, if he wants to chime in, he can. He's been going through a couple of rough. I mean, if he got punched,
Too much
then I don't
gaming,
want
I think.
I don't want to. Well, that and he got punched too, so I don't
his
really
sister,
want to
yeah.
put any pressure on him for
That makes sense.
not.
Well,
I don't know if he got punched in the mouth.
Sure. I mean, that would be very.
Well,
that's Nev's best feature.
yeah.
I mean, if you got punched in the mouth, it'd be really bad. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. This has been NNN News. Remember,
Yes, thanks for
stay
watching,
black.
and don't end the show just yet, Norm, because I have a
because you have a humongous announcement for everybody.
huge announcement.
Well, lay it down for everybody.
This is the biggest announcement I think
biggest.
on besides Quinn's business
shit.
ventures as an independent. This is it right here. As you know, the Ministry of Truth has been getting a little bit of flack. from the right wing, from 4chan. You've heard of the Ministry of Truth, right?
I'm nodding my head yes.
Okay, so that just for those of you who don't know, this is Biden's way of combating the fake news and the fake press, and it's he put so much effort into getting this thing working, and the right has been trolling him as much as they could.
WTF?
And they end up getting rid of people who ran it. Like I forget their names. It doesn't really matter. They're fired for whatever dumb reason. But it's our turn to make our own Ministry of Truth, and I'm working on turning it into a tax-exempt organization. And people like Norm and people like Neville and Quinn and Lindsay, we're all gonna be there to yeah. We're gonna be there to curate what people
AIDS?
are consuming. To curate. Not
To go
no,
to
we're not
curate.
to curate. Yeah, and so I have to
thought we had bigger
work
goals
on a
than
couple
that.
of things. I have to work on our new dress code.
Oh,
And
it's gonna be a dress code.
oh yeah, no, we're
I
gonna be
can't wear the
wearing robes.
Hawaiians.
No, we're wearing robes.
Oh,
Well, because
okay, all right,
I want it
all
to
right.
be a big.
You want it to be a ministry.
It's called the Ministry of Truth, Norm.
Okay,
It's,
all right. There does
we
need
have
to
to
be
be
a
in
little pageantry.
uniform. We have to look professional. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this thing with. Well, we're gonna be wearing robes. We could probably be doing like a tiered system. And I'm trying to find a spot where we can start building our organization. And I want it to be sort of like a chapel sort of thing. And we just have to stand outside like Walgreens and see if we can get funding from passerbys, I guess. So anyway, so that's I'm working
Wow,
on
very interesting.
Yeah, so
Wow, so we got the new Ministry of Truth coming. Apparently, that's and
we're
with
going
robes.
to be forming the new Ministry of Truth, and I'm really excited
Wow.
about that. So
Well, that's
it's not, and this is not disinfo. Just letting you know, this is information. We are actually doing this.
yes, this is real information, everybody.
So make sure if you think something is misinfo or not, make sure you run it through. Tell you.
Yeah,
So-
we can help you with the Organization of Truth, with the Ministry of Truth. We'll tell you the truth,
Yep.
just like we have on NN News. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and remember to stay black.
Goodbye, everyone.